Welcome, Pathfinders, to the Find the Path podcast, actual play of the Mummy's Mask Adventure Path.
Woohoo!
Episode 92. I got nothing.
Yeah, I was going to say
the one before 93.
I'm saving all my jokes for 100.
In 1492, Columbus sailed the ocean blue.
Oh, he did.
And got lost. And was real.
He was a douche.
Screw that guy. Speaking of the opposite of Columbus, all of you.
Hey.
Being the, well, except for Hollis, being the native inhabitants of your nation, taking care of your own problem, not needing some...
Least from the same continent.
That's true. Be like if Columbus discovered Norway or something.
Yes. And they were like, what are you doing here? And he was like, this
I claim this land and the name.
I like that he goes.
Do you have a flag?
He's like, this must,
Do you have a flag?
he goes there and he's like, yes, it's the Far East Indies.
Oh, you speak a language that's not what I was expecting. Interesting.
To be fair, I don't think he noticed the difference.
I think they had flags, though, so they were covered.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had a flag.
The Norwegians are incredibly kind and good-hearted people. We love the Norwegians.
With flags.
They make amazing audio gear. Anyway.
This is so weird.
They do.
What are we even doing?
I don't know.
Not finding Khelru is what we're doing, or what we did.
When last we'd left our heroes, our party had made their way into the House of Forbidden Wisdom? Something cool like that.
Oh, yeah, it was
The
cool.
Vault of Forbidden Wisdom.
Yeah, Vault's way cooler than a house.
Vault. That was a cool place.
Yes, into the Vault of Hidden Wisdom, you had found a deactivated clockwork servant who was just kind of sitting there doing his thing. You had
Organizing books.
Organizing books which happened to contain a couple journal papers left over from a certain Kennedy.
Oh, yeah, our home dude.
There's so many K names in this one with Kabek,
is.
Kennedy, Khelru. Just tripping over things. So the third K name guy, he had left a couple notes behind, but you guys had decided, you know what, we're going to circle around the outside of this and make our way deeper. We're going to take the safe side, the healing side of the Nethian church here, which you're going to hope is the safe side. And then you got back there and you found a couple of aeons, beings of pure, unfathomable
Weirdness.
logic and... Yeah.
It was cool.
They were
were
creepy
like-
and weird.
They were like the ultimate balancers of things.
Yeah, the balance of the universe.
Yeah.
Is what they embody.
Yep.
So they did bad or good depending on what the world needed.
And they proceeded to punch us and try to, like, what was it, take away our futures?
They're like Grey Jedi.
Yeah.
Well, no, they gave you a flash which showed you all of the potential futures that lie in store for you all at once. I think Sudi was the only one that kind of fell prey to it, where he was just, it's like, maybe I could see what potential future I have, but all the rest of you saw visions of being crushed by stones or torn apart by beasts or stabbed by people.
Yep.
Well, that's just next week.
Well,
I know, right?
if I'd really thought about it, I would have made a collection of, it probably would have been too much information, made a collection of various upcoming encounters where it's just like, and
These
then
are the
you
ways
have
you could die in the next coming encounter.
and then you have a vision of buzzsaws coming out of the wall. It's like,
We're not looking for the Holy Grail.
That's true.
Gosh.
Not yet.
We get to the room where they start shooting the darts out of the walls. You know?
Although I will say, single-handedly, in any of those tomb raiding things, that was the single-handed most just ridiculous trap. Because even if you did what you were supposed to do, you still failed.
You still had to roll forward.
Yeah, you had to
which made
roll
sense.
forward, which made no sense because it's like, yeah, you ducked over the first one, but then it's like, oh, okay, but even if you bow, you still get a buzzsaw to the face unless you roll.
Yeah.
What sort of person goes, oh, in the presence of God, I need to do a forward roll?
Hey, you know what? In
He
their
likes-
specific religion, it's possible.
He likes Cirque du Soleil.
Yeah. That's true.
And thou shalt do acrobatics in my name.
Keep pressing the dodge button until you either run out of stamina or figure out what you're doing.
Yep.
So following defeating them,
We leveled up.
yeah, well, actually, yes, the party
Yay.
did garner enough experience from that to gain a level. So I guess we'll just take a quick second to, actually, I don't even know if you guys are going to put any of this stuff to use. Well, here, let's do this. Jess, one cool thing you got from this level up.
Opposition research. I now don't have illusion as an opposed school.
Awesome.
Nice.
Jordan?
Living Monolith got an ability called Tomb Sight, which is a new supernatural ability I can do to as long as I concentrate, get the benefits of Death Watch and Detect Undead.
Wow.
Boom. I see dead people.
Did you take a note of that, Jessica?
Now. Can't you see if we're dying?
Oh, yeah. It's like, I think this might be undead. Can't you see?
This will definitely come up in the future of me forgetting that I have Tomb Sight.
Yeah.
Rachel?
I get now 5d6 sneak attack.
Always a good thing to
That
get more
seems
sneak
unnecessary.
attack. Maybe from that side of the screen.
Ooh. Next level, some rogue stuff's gonna be good.
That's true. She'll get the first of her advanced talents next level.
Opportunist.
And I get another Rogue's Edge.
Heather?
Oh, nice.
I have 5th level spells,
Yeah.
What'd you
which means I can raise y'all's asses. I didn't pray for one, but in the event,
You guys don't have 5,000 gold pieces.
Pray for one, but I could.
There's no point in her having it if we don't have the material component for
I
it,
know,
so it
it's
makes
funny.
sense to not prepare it.
What
If we had the gold or whatever.
Diamond dust.
what 5th level spells are you excited for?
some of them.
Okay. Very well.
Oddly specific.
There are some 5th level spells.
Well, there's a bunch of them, but I only have like 2, so I have Flame Strike.
Ooh, Flame Strike's
that's a
baller.
lot.
Couldn't just say flame
You
strike.
should have
Come
just
on, that's
led
a-
with Flame Strike.
Flame Strike's,
Sure.
I spam some Flame Strike.
That's
Yeah.
a great spell.
Flame Strike.
I too have higher level monsters.
Excellent. Tell us what they are.
Yes, please.
It's always convenient that when we level up, every monster in the game levels up too.
We got a level up. Great.
We're
I
playing
suddenly
Skyrim
feel more
rules.
powerful. What is this?
It's Skyrim rules.
Let me just say that at some point in the near future, there will be a mummy.
Okay, well.
It is called Mummies.
Ooh, a mummy with class
I know,
levels,
but
though.
It would be really funny though. Is that like as soon as we get the mummies, the Mask of the Forgotten Pharaoh, we never fight a mummy ever again.
Archetype's actually a ghost. Anyway,
He's a
That'd be the
banshee.
worst.
It doesn't make sense, but he is.
yeah, it's true. You're not an elf or a woman. What's going on?
Magic.
Magic. He may not be a banshee, but he possibly has that prepared. No.
Oh, no, thank you.
So yeah, as we pick back up with our heroes, the 6 of you, counting the avians,
Yeah, someone.
Yeah.
stand in a triangular-shaped chamber, having defeated your 2 opponents here, the Aeons that were present.
I believe we were going to go down the destruction side because it seems like it just all loops around.
The hall that you'd taken had looped around the central room, which seemed to have been kind of the study chamber. So you're under the impression that maybe the 2 other passages then circle around and loop back on themselves as well.
Yeah.
But you don't know.
We'll just check.
So I assume, I think Sitra was taking points, since I said your trap spotter would only work if you're using the magnifying glass if you're within 5 feet.
Yes.
And then I'm right behind her.
Okay. The party exits this chamber. A room, if I can reiterate here,
It was weirdly shaped.
Yeah, it was like
Yep.
triangular.
triangular-shaped room filled with long racks of dusty papyrus scrolls which lined the surrounding walls in this triangular-shaped chamber. And I think someone made a check or checked it or looked at a couple of them to notice that they seem to be a variety of different architectural plans.
Yeah.
So
which
that's
got you
probably
guys
me.
excited.
Yeah.
Maybe. Just a sec.
Yeah, but we don't
Maybe.
have time to research right now. We gotta find Khelru.
Yep.
Maybe. You step out of here, back into the darkened hallway. The hallway continues ahead of you, making its way into the chamber where you had found the clockwork servant. The lighter gray hallway stretching off towards your left, the darker gray, almost charcoal-colored hallway stretching off towards your right. Turning down this darkened path, your light continues to play off the surrounding walls, off the hieroglyphs that cover them from floor to ceiling, depicting a variety of different ancient Osiriani prayers to Nethys. You'd seen these mirrored in the other hallways behind you, but these are substantially different. It is much less of the Nethys bless our crops, Nethys provide for our people, Nethys give strength to our buildings, Nethys heal our wounded, take care of our sick, and much more Nethys crush our foes, Nethys tear down their buildings, Nethys bring plague and destruction to them.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's very much the light side and dark side of the force kind of a thing.
Yes,
I was thinking, what is it? Shiva?
Yeah.
Creator and Destroyer?
Yeah, Creator and
true.
Destroyer. Yeah.
here's a garage, you don't like your garage, foosh. You make your way only a short distance down this passage before it branches. The passage, in essence, ends here with a single hallway. It turns at a 90-degree angle and continues off towards your left. But then at a 45-degree angle off of the end of this, it stretches away, kind of branching off towards your right-hand side and making its way further. As you look down towards your left, you can see that the hallway continues for about the same length that the hallway on the other side did. So again, it seems to be mirroring it, where there's a room in the center and then there's this hallway that just loops around the outside. And you can see that that intersects with the other hallway from when you first came in. So if you'd gone left when you first came in, you would have come into this hallway. And that one also has a hallway that branches off of it at a 45-degree angle. So again, that ancient Osirian love of symmetry to room designs and hall designs. There is, however, if you make your way left, halfway between here and the other turn that would take you back to the beginning, a single archway on the right-hand side.
Ooh.
Leading off somewhere else. So at the moment you have a hallway that's immediately off towards your right that goes for a distance and then turns and you can't see further. and then a hallway all the way down at the other end that seems to mirror the one next to you, although you don't know if they connect.
I still just want to go down the archway.
Well, then we leave that big old hallway behind us.
It's a hallway, though, not a... They probably reconnect.
Maybe. We don't know.
Yeah, but I don't want to leave the archway.
Which one was the archway on?
The center.
The center of the hallway.
So if we're not trying to leave something behind us, we need to be taking that 45-degree angle by the triangle room.
Okay.
Right?
Because that's what we usually do. Is
Yeah,
go
as
through every
we
hallway.
clear, as we hit a new room,
Okay.
we go to the side and do it.
So hold off on the archway. Let's go down the 45-degree hall.
Okay, so you take the branch off here.
Yep.
Yeah, the one that's closest to the triangle room.
Where we just fought the scary things.
Sitra, you turn.
Oh, God.
You take point making your way down this hall.
With
Roll
my,
save.
With my fancy magnifying glass.
With your eye to the floor in front of you, paying no attention to the path ahead.
Oh, no.
No, I figure it's kind of like the lens of truth from Zelda, where you just hold it up and
Look through it with your eye.
No, it's just a magnifying glass.
Yeah, no.
But that's how I imagine it. Let me have this.
You can't tell me what it looks like. It definitely looks exactly like the lens of truth in
It's
my
also
head.
fake, so it's imagination.
Here you go.
The hallway stretches ahead of you, and you make your way down towards the end of it. It seems to open up. Open up might be a bit of a misnomer. It seems to lead into a small chamber, not substantially larger than the hallway that you're in. Maybe 10 feet at a side. Just a small kind of antechamber or offshoot.
I checked for all the traps.
As you begin to approach towards the end of the hallway, go ahead and make me a perception roll.
Is it danger?
Yeah, sure.
Curse you, dice.
It is danger, said the big voice in the sky.
Just for danger. Okay. And I get a +5 from the lens.
No, it's not within 5 feet of you.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Just a perception roll.
Oh, just a perception
Just
roll.
a perception
Okay.
roll. With your danger sense.
You're noticing danger, maybe.
Sorry, there are 5 qualifiers anytime that Citra has to make a perception roll.
It's true. It's true.
That is
Is it danger? Is it a trap?
That is the rogue's burden.
Is it within 5 feet of me?
I got a 23.
that's low for
That's
you.
with a poor roll.
I know. I rolled a 7.
Yow.
Sad for you.
As you approach the end of this hall, as you approach the room here, you reach the edge, you kind of glance in, and then you stop. For a moment, you think that there's a figure in the room. Then for a moment, you think that there's a statue.
Why not both?
And then you wonder if it's both.
Oh,
Living
God.
monoliths in there.
A statue stands off to the side. It's not on a pedestal. It's not on a plinth or anything. It just stands. It's not stone, but entirely metallic.
A robot.
It's covered in a variety of different metal plates to give it an appearance like you've seen of... You don't see it much here. In fact, you've probably never seen it outside of picture books, but akin to like the plate mail that knights would wear in distant Taldor. Like these metallic plates covering it, except for its head is this metallic helmet in the shape of a jackal.
Oh, man.
And it carries what appears to be a fine bronzed khopesh.
Cool.
The entirety of this thing seems to be made of interlaced bronze plates, and as you stare at it, you can see seams and gaps as your light plays over it. And just beneath the surface, hundreds, thousands of cogs and gears and clockwork mechanics built inside of this suit of armor.
Cool.
Oh, so it's a clockwork soldier
Another inevitable.
paladin
huh?
thing. Oh, I hope it's not inevitable. That'll be bad.
You may make a knowledge arcana.
I do have that.
The hallway is not wide enough for more than one person to see right now.
I got a 24.
With the 24, after I think it was Hollis that identified the other one,
Maybe? Probably?
Yeah. You've heard of things like this before. You'd spent some years delving into. They are not incredibly common in the tombs of the ancient. Most of the pharaohs of old relied on magical constructs and beings. Stone golem, the pantheon golems that you'd seen previously, much like the one that you fought in the, or what is it, Guardian?
Oh, yeah.
Graven Guardians,
Yeah.
much like you fought at the Temple of Nethys, as well as whenever you were exploring the Sepulchre of the Servant. But here, however, you guess the priests of Nethys had decided to take a different tack. This is a clockwork soldier.
Oh.
Cogs and gears visible in the gaps of metallic creature's armor, and it wields a pole arm as it stands ready and at attention, eternally at attention. The clockwork soldier is a mechanical mercenary that fights to the death for its creator. With the ability to wield most weapons with full proficiency, clockwork soldiers are versatile and wholly unpredictable foes. Most are armed with magical weapons, halberds being the most common armament. Clockwork soldiers are among the most efficient constructs of their kind. They are ideal for sentry and guard duty with a 24, correct?
Correct.
You know that this is a construct with the clockwork subtype. In addition to that, you can go ahead and ask 2 questions.
How do I get it to stand down?
That's probably to the thing.
I know.
How do I turn it off?
I would guess special defenses.
How I make it dead?
How we?
Yeah,
well,
how
it's
do-
not alive, but how we make it stop work.
Which is how we make it dead.
How we make it broken?
How we make it broken.
How do we give it the broken
Defenses.
condition?
How we make it broken.
Defenses. The Clockwork Soldier possesses damage reduction. Knowing what overcomes its damage reduction is a separate question. They possess standard construct traits. Wait, here's the little laundry list. Immunity to all mind-affecting effects, immunity to bleed, death effects, disease, necromancy effects, paralysis, poison, sleep effects, and stunning, not subject to ability damage, ability drain, fatigue, exhaustion, energy drain, or non-lethal damage. Cannot heal on its own. Immune to any effect that requires a fortitude save that does not also affect objects. It also has a weakness, and since that was just the construct traits you gained, I'll let you choose either the weakness or the damage reduction, your choice.
Vote.
Please. I vote DR, but that's
I
just
would
melee.
miss, but
All right, Heather. Weakness or DR?
Both are gonna help. I'm not helping. I would rather know.
There you go, Heather. Way to play a Sudi in this role.
I would rather know its damage reduction.
DR wins.
Yeah, but what? No.
just go for it. I'll figure out a weakness if there's one.
Do what makes your heart. I mean,
I'll get to roll again. It's
Maybe
fine.
she'll get to roll. Maybe she'll roll better. Who knows?
That's true. Okay, then I'll go DR.
I start with an 18.
It possesses a 5 damage reduction that can only become overcome by adamantine weapons.
Dang it, where's Octavius?
I was gonna say where's Octavius, but also where's my adamantine fisticuff gloves?
Out in the market you didn't visit.
Didn't
gotta buy it.
Didn't your fists eventually count as adamantine, but you had to be a higher level monk?
I have to be a high level monk.
Yeah.
You made your bed, now you lie in it.
Yeah. Well,
So you have one more question remaining.
Oh, I guess I could ask both.
you could, yeah.
Why not both?
Weakness.
Clockwork soldiers are comprised of extraordinarily complex clockwork designs and therefore possess a vulnerability to electricity. They take double damage from any electrical source. Sorry, double damage is not the case. They take 50% more damage from any electrical source.
Guess who took electric arc or lightning arc?
Nice.
Me. But it's one target, whatever.
You can still use it, I think.
At
on
the-
the target, right?
At the moment, as far as Citra is concerned, it is just standing there like a statue.
I was gonna say the other one's wound down, and it's the one that's supposed to take care of all the others. This one might not even be active.
Great, we just leave
Possibly.
Can I make a perception check to see if it's still functioning?
Like, do you hear any humming or?
At the very least, it seems to be standing utterly in stock still.
There's another clockwork statue in here, but he looks much more dangerous.
it. All right.
I don't know if he's actually working or not.
Is he moving around?
Well, I've heard of these, and they're very, very dangerous, like actually dangerous, and vulnerable to electricity. So I don't know if we should risk stepping inside or not.
Why don't you just peek your head in there?
Yes, but then what if it hits me?
Well, then we'll hit it.
How big is the room beyond?
How big is the room that it is in?
10 foot square.
It is a small room.
Okay.
Let me look.
All right.
We shuffle.
You make another perception roll to see if it notices, or a stealth roll to see if it notices you.
Hollis, if you want, you can make me an Knowledge Arcana.
Aha! Wow.
I guess Sugar could too.
Good well, bad well?
Sugar, not so wow.
Not so well, but enough to aid me. I got a 38.
Wow.
Wow.
I rolled an 18.
That is, in fact, well-worthy.
Yeah.
You know everything that Citra knew, and have an additional 2 questions that you may ask pertaining towards it.
Special attacks. What does it do to hurt us?
Hits us real hard.
Probably.
Well, unfortunately, so Heather might remember this. I don't think anyone else here would. Back in the day, in 3.5, they used to have these charts in the front that would give you, like, strength score, and then have like an equivalent where, like, 10, average human.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
Oh, yeah.
30, great red worm, all the rest of that thing. So first off, the first thing I'll throw out is that this thing is, considering that your character probably has some experience with desert creatures, you know that this thing physically possesses strength in excess of a boulet.
Oh, damn.
Wow.
The double boulet.
Like the noble boulet of the desert.
Wow.
Which, for those of you who are not familiar, are basically 15-foot-long land
Of
sharks.
cuteness.
Yeah, they're pretty
They're
amazing.
They're really cute looking, but they're like literally
Deadly.
deadly.
They're
Like,
death machines.
Yeah.
This thing possesses strength outstripping that.
Wow.
In addition to
It's
that,
gonna hit really hard, is what I'm hearing.
I'll put this in, yeah. The clockwork soldiers have specially designed hands that can easily grasp and lock into weapons and objects. A soldier can attempt to disarm or grapple as a standard action without provoking attacks of opportunity and receives a +2 bonus on disarm checks.
Wow.
In addition, it receives a +2 bonus on combat maneuver defense against attempts to disarm it.
Well,
So
good,
cool.
good
So
news,
it will
good
just
news
rip
for
your
me.
weapon out of your hand.
Good news for me is it would have to literally dismember me to
Well,
It will literally
That's
rip your
not-
arm off.
me.
Good news.
Well, he said it can take weapons. He didn't say it has like surgical hands that chop off your hands.
Yeah, it also takes eyes.
Why? Why you gotta go there? Why does it have to have that ability?
Yeah, those are its special. It's not really a special attack, but I did want to point out that it is obscenely strong.
wow.
Great.
Okay, question. I guess qualities, yeah.
Qualities? Okay. It has 3 special qualities. One of which would probably make you a little bit nervous as you look in towards it.
Oh, God.
First off, it has what is referred to as efficient winding. The clockwork soldier can function for 2 days per hit die every time it's wound, which to your experience means that this thing can probably function for the better part of 2 weeks, longer probably, once it's wound.
Longer than the other thing?
Longer than the other one. It also has proficiency with all simple and martial weapons, so not much of a concern. The thing that probably makes you nervous is a clockwork soldier can place itself on standby as a standard action. While on standby, a clockwork soldier cannot move or take actions. It remains aware of its surrounding with a penalty on perception checks. Time spent on standby does not count against the soldier's wind down duration. A soldier can exit standby as a swift action. If it does so to initiate combat, it gains a +4 racial bonus on its initiative check.
Wow.
Effectively, it readies its action forever.
Wow.
Is there a passageway beyond this room? What is in
No,
this
this room just dead ends.
What's in here? Just him?
It looks like it's just him.
Yeah, okay, screw this. Let's go.
Yeah, okay, but there's that part of me that has that itch that's like, this is where the secret door would probably be.
Hollis is going to detect magic into that room real quick.
There's a single magical source.
Is it the sword?
It's its halberd.
I thought you said it had a Kopesh.
No, sorry, it has. Did I say cope?
Yes.
It's like
Yeah,
a
you said
fish.
Kopesh.
It's carrying a halberd. You can make a spellcraft.
That's sweet,
Okay, I'll
sweet
make
loot.
a spellcraft. Oh, a 35? Wow, I rolled a 17. Apparently today's a good day for me.
It's a +1 halberd.
Oh, okay. All right, well, we probably don't want to go in there on account of, unlike our librarian friend, these guys can put themselves on standby. It's like they're kind of like waiting on something to happen, but it doesn't go against their power, life, for lack of a better term.
But do we want it to be potentially attacking behind us?
It doesn't seem to be activated. It may have some sort of guard this room. Although if it is guard this room, you imagine there'd be something in that room.
I will let the party make an intelligence roll.
Okay.
Well, yikes.
I got an 11 because I rolled a 5.
I rolled a 5 and got a 5.
I rolled a 16 and got an 18.
Good. Thank God somebody rolled well.
Yeah, gracious.
Yours rolled an 11 and got a 12.
Oh. We're
Nice.
not smart about this.
Yeah.
I can't believe I've been rolling so well. And then, be smart, Hollis. Nah. 5.
Yeah, this was your time to shine.
Well, hey, I knew what it was. I knew things. I didn't even have to drink to know them.
I'm going to pass that down.
See,
There you go.
secret message.
Up, up.
Okay. If I had to guess, I would say that he was supposed to wake up if we set off that alarm spell at the beginning.
Ah.
But he may have other orders. So I say leave him be.
Okay.
Yeah, both Sitra and Hollis are well aware that unlike the clockwork servant, who can sometimes be intelligent, these are never intelligent.
Yep.
They must follow an extraordinarily strict code of mechanical conduct, which means that it may very well be that if the alarm spell goes off, they go on a patrol to kill anything that triggered that alarm spell,
Yeah.
so on and so forth.
Which also meant that that alarm spell was probably one of the verbal or the audible alarms and not it notifies the caster.
Well, I guess it has to do that mentally, and these things do not have minds.
Exactly.
All right, well, I don't see nothing magic in there except for its halberd, which is a +1 halberd, which is like whatever. Unless y'all need a +1 halberd. My slightly magical halberd, it's like barely magical.
It has a faint transmutation aura on it, I believe.
I mean, I don't particularly need one, so
You don't want to.
I don't know how to fight with the halberd.
let's just move on then.
In fact, no one here has martial weapon proficiency.
Weirdly, yes.
All right, I guess there's probably not a secret door or anything in there.
Well, if there is a secret door, perhaps we can find it going the other way.
It's also possible that we might be able to just walk in there if we haven't technically activated it.
Yeah, that you know what a boule is?
I've heard the stories.
They're big old very strong desert shark type things.
Right.
Yeah, it's stronger than one of them.
Okay, we move on.
It could wrestle the noble Boulay to the ground with its bare mechanical arms.
That would be an interesting.
Imagine its disarm check.
Also, it can steal your stuff, but I guess, you don't have stuff.
Kopesh, yoink. Kukri, yoink.
Hand, yoink.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need that.
He has to say, we gotta stop taking Sudi's limbs.
Yeah. If you're not entering in this room, the only way to go is back.
All right, back it is.
Okay, you can backtrack. You can continue down the hall. There's an archway on your right-hand side, and then after that is the other hall, which mirrors the one that you just came down.
Archway!
Yeah, let's do the archway.
Okay. Reaching the archway, glancing in as Sitra does.
Like you do.
There's not really even a hall here. It's just a wide archway that leads into a larger room. From where you stand to the opposite side, you'd say maybe about 30 feet across, give or take. It, however, is taller than that. It stretches up a short distance with a ring of solid stone pillars which supports a white domed ceiling above this circular rotunda. Along the perimeter of the rotunda, shelves are crammed with crumbling papyrus scrolls and clay tablets which stand behind iron mesh doors set into the surrounding walls.
Is there anything in there besides, obviously what's been described? Like anybody?
Not that you immediately see.
Let's at least enter and take a quick glance around.
Yeah, it looks like another
We're
library
gonna have
area.
to come back here to do some research, but we need to find Khelru.
Well, it's mainly just look to see if there's anything of value as we continue kind of clearing this area out.
You make your way into the room. Yeah, it's a room. Anyone that wishes to may make me a knowledge engineering or a perception check.
Engineering. Hey.
I got an 8 for an 18.
I rolled a 15 for a 25.
Nice.
Rolled a 7 for a 20 perception.
Also nice.
On yours, rolls a perfect 20 and gets a 33 on his perception.
Also nice.
Very nice.
On her, it gets a 16.
Okay.
Mine was engineering, by the way. Didn't specify.
Yeah. Which is good because they're actually two separate things.
I also did engineering, yeah.
Okay. You all make your way into the room, circle around the outside. You're going to guess that the builders of this place anticipated that anyone who broke into here would either be stopped by the other guardians, or if they could get past the other guardians, strong enough to not be stopped by locks. As these various metallic gates, which kind of cordon off small alcoves off of the central room filled with clay tablets and such, are not locked. Yeah, there are no creatures in here. There's nothing else in here. There's no sign that anything has been in here, or at the very least Onuris can tell that there's no sign that, judging by the dust accumulation, you see no sign of tracks or any movement. Sudi, you also see no sign of tracks or any movement. You're not even really looking. You're just kind of, your companions are looking around. You have an eye out for danger. You look around, you see the pillars, you kind of glance up towards the ceiling. The dome overhead has a beautiful depiction of Nethys seemingly soaring through the clouds, with beautiful white clouds on one side providing soft rain for golden fields of grain, and then dark clouds off towards his opposite side with lightning bolts striking and setting fire to villages. Like you do.
Yeah.
So pleasant.
On brand.
There is something wrong with that dome.
Like, wrong in what way?
Well, we're underneath a bathhouse, and this is a high ceiling with a dome.
Yeah.
Also, its proportions are wrong. It's not the proper size that it should be for this chamber, judging by the outer walls, and the pillars, while they're supporting it, are designed and spaced in a way that would support a larger dome.
Okay, that's weird.
Huh.
What's weird?
The dome up there, this room, the way that it's constructed with the pillars, is for a much larger dome than what I'm seeing.
Is it another illusion?
I don't know. I can't really tell.
Detect magic, which I don't know if can tell or not, but whatever.
No, more likely not anyone that would go through the trouble of making a permanent illusionary wall would probably go through the trouble of making it permanently not detectable by detect magic.
Can on her fly up there and disbelieve?
Yeah, go ahead and make me a will save.
Oh god.
It's not actually a dome, it's just on your
Well, I mean, I imagine he kind of flies up there and, taps. He has a pretty decent will save. He gets a 20.
Yep, he flies up, smacks into the dome.
He
comes
doesn't
back down.
smack into it.
It's pretty solid.
Oh, so it's an illusionary, dome?
Well, either that or on her, it failed his will save.
It seems solid.
Weird. I mean, I guess if you're trying to if you want more space to put things like that would be difficult to find, I guess, but it'd be hard to access. Do we see a ladder or anything that you could use to get up to the dome?
I mean, you could feasibly climb the grates if you wanted to, or climb up the pillars. None of it's going to be particularly easy for anyone that isn't Sudi.
All right, well, Sudi's going to go up and climb around there and just see.
Mechanically, it's a DC 20.
Yeah, I mean, I can do that.
Yeah, because you get your +8 racial bonus in your climb checks, so...
yeah, I haven't actually put any ranks in climb, so I mean, I've got an 11, but that means it's possible for me to take 10 and then get a 21, so yeah.
So you're surprisingly not that great at climbing.
Well, I haven't bothered putting ranks in it, so yeah.
He grew up in Wati where the buildings were all small.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, you dig in your claws between various... It's the pillars that are constructed of like the circular blocks, and they've settled a little bit, so there's just enough of like a gap, a couple millimeters here and there for you to dig your nails into and scale your way up the side of this until you reach the dome. Yeah, you're up here.
All right, so I rolled disbelieve or whatever.
Yeah, you can push your hand against it if you so wish. Make a will save.
And make a will save. If a 20 didn't do it, I have not a great chance of disbelieving this. Really?
Your dice is...
My dice tower
goes there, you weirdo.
It actually doesn't. It actually goes over here. Actually, okay. So I roll a 15 for a 23 to disbelieve.
No, it's solid.
Huh.
You can make me a perception roll, though.
To notice a secret door.
Oh, that'd be interesting.
Is it,
it's sound-based.
sound-based? Cool. All right, so I'm going to do the thunk and probably hear a hollow sound. All right, so that's going to be 16. Hey, so I roll a 13 for a 30.
You push on this, kind of thunk your fist a little bit against it. There's a solid sound, but there's something odd to it. It's like this is thick plaster, not stone. And it sounds like there might be a cavity behind it.
Hey.
A cavity filled with something, though. Like you hear a very faint movement. It's like
weird.
Kind of like maybe some sort of gravel or detritus shifting.
Uh-oh. That doesn't actually sound good.
But no, I mean, it seems solid. Unless you want to attack it.
We're under a bathhouse.
Yeah, that sounds like a good way to flood this whole area.
I feel like it's like a security measure, like to...
Oh, that
they
you
would
could
rather,
collapse it? Yeah, that you could collapse it so that the knowledge would be lost?
Oh, that's very antithetical.
That seems, I don't know. We'll
this
come
place
back.
has been neglected so long that some of the scrolls down here are rotting.
Yeah. So, okay,
She's a bad hotcha.
Yeah.
Well, she's a bad high priest of nothing.
Well, she may have inherited the mess too. But, okay, so Sudi will climb back down and we'll, that'll be, maybe the last thing we do on our way out. Maybe.
How about we don't mess with it?
So I guess you guys, Sudi clambers his way back down.
Yep.
Shrugs.
I do know someone that could help us, but I'm hesitant to bring them in.
Who?
For, engineering? Who is that?
My father's specialty is dome restoration.
Oh, so he'd be able to maybe fix this if it's...
Or figure out why its proportions are different, like you said.
Yeah, but...
I mean, you'd be involving your parents. And
I know.
Maybe after we find Khelru and settle all of this business with the Atya.
Maybe.
We're going to have to come back here. This obviously has information pointing towards Chisissek's tomb.
If nothing else, I could just explain it and see if he has a theory. And then maybe later bring him in.
Yeah. All right.
He's the best in the city, though.
What would all of you like to do?
Well, I don't want to mess with the dome that may or may not be underneath a bathhouse.
I fireball the dome.
No! You could be listening to the sounds of rats scuttling around up there.
Or this pool of water just drops down and all of these people in swimsuits come splashing. This wave.
Oh my god.
The clockwork soldiers all wake up.
They start wading through the water, slaughtering everyone.
Slaughtering everyone in sight.
Yep.
Following morning, the Hatya's sitting there. It's so there's a massacre in a bathhouse yesterday. Exactly what have you people been up to?
We weren't there. I don't know what you're talking about.
We don't take baths.
Yeah.
Ew.
Sudi hates water.
Sudi does hate water.
I will point out you guys have on record that you were taking a bath after every one of your training days for 7 days straight.
True.
I was
yes.
cooking.
It wasn't this bathhouse, though.
Yeah.
Why would we be on this bathhouse? We did the one that was closer to our training room.
Hollis is the world's least sanitary elf.
Just gross. No.
Dirty elf.
Hollis is not
She
gross.
just smells like sweat and leather.
I guess we're just going to leave this room alone for now.
Yeah.
And I guess we'll check that last hallway.
You exit out of this chamber. You make your way down the hallway, past the various hieroglyphs, turn here, The hallway is the same length as the previous one, turning at the end and leading into a small chamber that is 10 foot square, containing a single statue-like figure, resplendent in armor with a halberd in hand.
Oh, look, another one.
Seemingly quietly waiting. However, I will let the party make a perception roll. Well, actually, no. Who's up at point?
Sitra.
Sitra is.
Who's falling behind Sitra?
Me.
Sudi is.
Sudi and Sitra can make a perception roll.
Okay.
Sight-based.
Oh.
This is the third 7 I have rolled today.
Get some new dice.
Hey, I'm rolling actually half decent
Jordan
today.
took all your luck.
Yep.
Is it danger?
No.
Do I get my magnifying glass?
No.
20.
Every time you ask if it's danger, I hear that Carlos Danger song from
Danger.
from the Daily Show.
No, John Oliver.
Yeah, that's
John
right.
Oliver.
What's up, Danger?
Actually, it was still the Daily Show, wasn't it? Yeah.
That's what I hear.
Yeah.
Don't be a
Okay.
stranger. All right.
So I roll a 17 for a 30, even with my one eye.
So, Citra, you nervously glance in there, look over this thing. Previous experience with constructs haven't been great.
Nope.
Sudi, you look past, standing up on your toes to look over Citra's shoulders, since I think she's taller than you.
Yes.
I'm 5'4". Yeah.
I'm 5'6".
Yep.
Yeah. You see the same thing. You see the same creature. You see it standing there, resplendent in its bronzed armor, carrying its halberd, and the soft glint of something in its other hand.
Ooh.
As you kind of lean in, you narrow your eye. Slit-like eye grows wide as you stare into the room. It seems to be holding some sort of complex-looking metallic key,
It's the wind up for the other one.
Maybe.
and then it's just standing there.
It looks like that one has something in its other hand.
All right. What is it?
I don't know. It looks kind of like a key.
Didn't you say that the other little librarian needed a key?
Do we want to get the key? If we wanted to wind up the librarian and asked it whatever we were going to ask it?
Well, we don't know if the librarian will be hostile, though.
We also don't know if these things will wake up if we enter the room.
I mean, that seems reasonable. It seems like it's guarding the key, though, right? I mean,
Probably.
That seems like maybe what it's programmed to do. If the other one we think might be triggered by the alarm.
So what do you think it'll do if we take the key?
Sudi mimes a chopping motion.
Now, you are aware that it is in standby, which means that it does need to make a perception roll to even notice something going on around it.
So if you're real stealthy-like, or
It is.
if you are invisible,
I ain't got that prepared.
And as Hollis pointed out earlier, they also take a penalty on their perception rolls while they're in standby.
Yeah, like sleeping.
well, I mean,
You would then need to
yeah.
make a steal check, which would be a combat maneuver check.
Yikes.
You couldn't make a sleight of hand?
It is...
Oh, it has those special hands.
Yeah, it's got grippy hands.
They don't specify that it's not palm size, because sleight of hand only works for palm size objects. I would say you could probably make a sleight
Do you
of hand.
have sleight
also.
of hand?
I have a plus 10 bonus in it, but I was trying to put my thieving days behind me.
Well, you know what?
Too bad.
Time for a quick refresher before you go steal us that key.
That 10 check is probably going to be way better than anybody else's CV.
It ain't thieving, it's archaeology, honey.
I was trying to put my thieving days behind me. That's why I can only take 10 for a 20 on this check.
I got a little rusty.
Not that you could take 10. That thing would definitely be threatening you.
Oh, yeah, no, for sure.
Well, I think that other one might be... It might have some sort of information that's helpful, but I don't know.
So what's your stealth score, I guess, first, see if you can even get up there.
Oh, I have
Run up there,
vanished.
grab it, and run back.
I only used it once today.
Is steal considered an attack that would...
It's
What
sleight of
if you
hand.
used it today?
Earlier.
I think
She
I
vanished
get it more
sometime.
than once, though.
If you can vanish, go over there, steal the key, and come back, then we could do it without much of a potential for combat.
Well, we need to come back and do research in this library. I don't know if the little clockwork dude's going to have any information that's going to help us with Khelru. It doesn't seem like the Hati has been down here.
You are correct. It is 2 times per day. Caster level for this ability is equal to your rogue's level.
So she's used it once
one
per
round
day.
per level, so I can do it for 5 rounds. Yeah.
And you haven't used it again today because you rested. You marked that off whenever you used it in the fight against the Shadow
right.
hounds, but that's been a couple of days now.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So I actually have 2.
Yay.
We just take the key and have it for when.
If nothing
come
else,
back.
if nothing else, it prevents, like, say, somebody like the Hachi or somebody from coming in and, turning it back on.
So I could probably get in there. I do have my vanish trick. I could disappear for a moment, grab it, and go.
Oh, magic always solves all the problems.
I mean, that seems better than fighting this thing, considering how
Oh, for
strong
sure.
you
It's
said it
real
was.
strong. It really hurt
I
when
don't
it
want
hit
to be
y'all.
hit by it.
Okay. Then Citra's going to disappear like she's got an invisibility cloak.
Sweet.
Okay.
Sif, do it.
Go ahead and make me a stealth check.
And that's plus 20 if you're moving at full speed?
Yeah, if you're moving at all.
Yeah, okay.
All right, I start with a
You,
33.
you have to be moving at half speed to not take a penalty on your stealth check, but you're also only moving 10 feet into the room.
Oh, okay.
It's a very small room.
Didn't necessarily roll great, but I still got a 42.
Okay, what'd you get on the die? I'm curious now.
A 9.
Nice.
Started with a 33.
Rogues, indeed. All those skill points.
Well, and high dex.
And high dex,
I am
yeah,
high
fair
dex.
point.
It doesn't seem to have noticed you yet.
Hey, steal it.
All right, so it's a sleight of hand.
It's probably a good sound.
I like that it's a good sound. She's still going to pop it in the calculator to double check.
Just to make
Just
sure.
to make sure. Oh, I hit the wrong button.
Well, because he still gets a perception roll.
Yeah.
I rolled a 19 for a 29.
Eh?
Still stands stock still.
Does that seem
Slide it gently out
Yoink.
into your palm.
Take it and run.
For all the rest of you, you just kind of see nothing until you see this like slowly slide out, and then you guess she pockets it because it's like the whole thing where she
Disappears.
opens it up and then you see it like slide into something invisible, and then she closes her vest back. Then the invisible voice of Citra like chimes in next to Sudi.
Hello.
There's a little part of me that like wants to put a pencil in his...
Oh,
No.
no, don't
But
do
I'm
that.
not. But my inner Indiana
thought you went
Jones
with-
wanted to switch
I was
it
gonna
out.
say I thought you went with the raven and not magpie over here. Like it's like I've taken your treasure, I've replaced it with this rock.
Yeah, Ravens wouldn't feel bad about that. I'm out.
Nope, it's just a shiny thing that you took and then ran off with.
It's mine. Bye.
Goodbye. Like a bag of Doritos.
I don't know. Ravens have been known to bring shiny things back to people who are nice to them.
That's fair. There's a guy that trained the ravens to pick pockets. Some guy in London trained ravens to like fly down and pick people's pockets while they're hanging out in the parks.
Nice.
He would then give apparently just taught them that as a fun thing because he would then give them the wallet back, but just as like it's a fun thing. And then people started giving him money for it because it was like a trick thing. So he was still getting money out of it, but he wasn't actually stealing from anybody.
Oh,
It was just a
interesting.
performance.
That's hilarious.
Weird.
Anyway,
Yes, I go back.
I need you to make another stealth check. Let's get another probably pointless perception roll with that plus 20 that you have. If he wasn't going to catch you on the sleight of hand, he's not going to catch you on much.
46.
Yeah. I don't even think Sudi hears you as you pop back up next to him.
No, there's no way I could.
Hollis is very startled.
Doesn't Hollis have see invisibility right now?
Oh, Hollis is not startled. What the heck?
Jessica was so startled her cans flew off.
Ow! How did that happen?
You threw your head back and they just slipped right off. But yeah, no, you see this entire thing. So you're
That's
just
true.
like-
I've seen it the whole thing, and I'm just like, oh.
No, you just see Sudi jump a little bit when she reappears.
I guess you can't actually look into the room, but you do see her come back.
Yeah, you
out.
see her come back, but you didn't. Yeah.
You're like, okay,
All right, I got it.
Nice.
we know we're going to have to search this place for information on Chesisek, but this does not help us find Khelru.
No, it doesn't look like he's here.
I suppose we should meet with Falto and Azaz and see if they found anything in their search.
And then we maybe need to do some. Oh, we're out of tea. That's unfortunate.
We still have one,
Oh, we have tea?
don't we?
I can also, on her, it can help me out with that.
We just have to ask
I
for
possess
some
many
advice.
magical powers.
Yes, good. Oh, I can't understand him.
He pops out his chest.
Onuris pats him.
Sugar coos.
Make sure it's like, this guy thinks that he's better than he is, but I like him because he's dumb.
I lied.
He has
We do
some
not
magic.
have tea.
Huh?
I lied. We do not have tea.
Dang it.
That's fine.
But I
Well,
can
the
use...
tea was good while it lasted.
I can use on her its ability to change it into divination, though.
All right. Well, let's get out of here, huh?
So I guess we'll exit this place and make it look like close the door, and we just bypassed that trap, right? We didn't disable it.
Yep.
So-
You just found the bypass for it.
Yeah,
You
we'll
can turn it back on.
Yeah, let's turn it back on. So if the Hatia comes down, that's not off.
Yep.
I thought you were gonna say, we'll turn it back on so that the hot chick comes down. Hopefully she falls down the hole.
Well, I mean that too, but I'm gonna assume she knows how to disable it.
She's gonna know that her alarm spell's gone.
That's fair.
Well, didn't you say though it looks like nobody's been down here for decades?
Well, to some of the rooms. I don't
No
know.
one's been into the rotunda for a long time.
But I guess we're gonna meet up with Falto and Azaz at the inn.
You all make your way out, blinking into the bright sun. It's just about, you were honestly only down there for about 45 minutes, maybe an hour or so, and so it's just about an hour past, so I think it was close to noon by the time you got out there, so we'll just say it's around noon as you make your way back out.
Lunchtime.
Yeah. You all step blinking back into the bright light of day. I guess set off in the direction of the docks is your plan?
No, we were supposed to meet them at the inn.
An inn.
No, the inn of the Desert Winds. One,
Okay.
yeah.
I didn't remember us meeting at that inn, but
That's where Falto said to send the runner to, that they'd be there if we found anything.
okay.
Yeah, so I'm assuming that's where Falto and Azaz are going to go when they finish their gather information checks.
Okay. All of you can mark off a gold piece if you want to eat some lunch while you're there.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy.
I will when I can.
Are Azaz and Falto there when we get there?
No.
They've been kidnapped too now.
Can we send Unhurt out after them?
Might take on her a while.
I mean,
to
it's a
find-
big city.
Yeah.
He knows
could
they're supposed to
hunt.
be at the docks.
Yeah, I mean, you could send them out to...
He has seek and heal, and now he has an intelligence of 3, so he can understand basic commands. He knows who Falto is.
I mean, if you gave
Probably
him a
not by
letter,
his
he could
name.
probably find them.
He has deliver. That's his new trick.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
so we don't have Isra messages anymore, but we have unhurt messages.
So, yeah.
Aim.
Aim. On her instant messages.
I feel the need just to differentiate the Isra messages to call them missives instead of messages. Yes, unhurt missives.
But yeah, Onuris will write a note to Falto and Azaz telling them to come back to the inn, and then we'll send Unhurt out.
Okay, go ahead and make me a survival check for Unhurt.
Survival.
He's got to
Yeah,
survive.
he's got to hunt them down.
Yep.
His perception is much better, but...
Well, yeah, but perception covers, like,
he
if you're
rolls
looking...
an 18 and gets a 21.
There you go.
Yay. There's a high chance of success then.
Yeah, Unhurt goes out, he delivers the message, takes him about an hour or so. He comes back, he expects food.
I give him food.
Yep,
He's a very good bird.
he is a very good bird.
Does he get human food or is he on a special like birdie diet?
I mean, he's gonna eat meat. He's a
Yeah.
he's a raptor.
Yeah, he prefer you to order it rare, but
Yeah.
I look around for scrying doodads with my sea invisibility.
Oh yeah, because you can actually see the scrying orbs.
no, and by the time that Unhurt returns, it's been close to about 2 hours since you cast that.
Okay.
It's close to around 2 or so in the afternoon by the time that Falto and Azaz make their way back in. Neither of them looks the worse for wear as they make their way over. Falto settles down in a seat next to Sitra, and Azaz sits down and fidgets a little bit impatiently.
Were you able to find anything?
No, were you?
No.
Magic time.
No, we checked around the docks. We asked some questions and such. We didn't see much of... We did find out something interesting, but it doesn't seem to help us finding Khelru.
Well, what is it?
Just that a person matching Khelru's description purchased some magical crossbow bolts some time back.
Like the ones that we found on the roof?
Oh, yeah. Maybe.
Khelru's been looking out for us.
No, well, yeah, but that means that the Hachia did have something to do with that.
Oh no, I thought when you said the roof, I thought you meant the ones that were fired at the
Yes, which means
Sphinx.
the Hachia has something to do with the Sphinx landing.
Oh.
Yeah, I meant
Or-
that. Yeah.
Excuse me. Or it was just coincidence that the Sphinx landed on the roof and Khelru just was like, oh, there's a Sphinx on their roof and
That
shot it.
seems abnormal.
Yeah.
That shouldn't be there.
All right, well, it's time to use some magic to see if we can divine where our friend is.
If not, our only other option is going to be being more direct.
I mean, if you're hiding somebody and you're connected to the church, I imagine there's secret places in that church you can hide people.
Yeah, but if we can't divine it, then our only other option is to go ask them, and ask them may mean, persuade them.
Azaz nods. There are literally scores of libraries across this entire city.
Precisely.
And most people don't even know, other than the central one, other than the spiral archive underneath the library, where any of them are.
Yep, so we may be doing some more library hunting.
I'm a little sick of doing that.
Well, this is for a rescue message, not
I mean,
that
true,
mission.
true.
I don't have any divination magics.
I do.
Our best friend here on Onuris certainly does, because he is a magic boy.
Yours gives you kind of a strange look. Let's return to the palace then. This isn't an ideal place for casting of such spells.
Oh, for sure.
True. Guess we go back to the palace. we've picked up a new retainer. His name is Zaz.
Yes. I'm serious. We rescue Khelru, and then they only need a fighter, and they have a party.
Pretty much.
Or, no,
They
a
have a
rogie.
swashbuckler.
Yeah.
We could go find Aurori or whatever. Not Aurori.
Idori.
We just go find the god Aurori and Idori, and we're like, there you go.
Just say there's a big power mismatch with Aurori in the fight.
All right. I guess we'll head back to the palace, and
Basically, One Punch Man.
I'm going to cast a divinate. Oh my god.
Jordan got it.
God.
I did too after a second.
That is exactly.
That is exactly what
That's
Aurori
also
is.
kind of what I think that Caden was like, because he's just like, nothing's difficult anymore. I'm a god. I just like one hit everything.
No, dang it.
And I will cast a divination spell, trying to
You
ask where
all
Khelru is.
make your way out
Uh-oh.
through the dense packed city streets and navigate your way back in the direction of the Palace of Gentle Reeds. The guards at the front gate watch all of you approach. It seems like Mom and Offer is having another one of her gala things where she has a whole bunch of nobles and merchants and such out hanging around with her giant menagerie by the edge of the river and her big river barge and all the rest of that, doing her hostess kind of thing. The guards let the 6 of you pass, and you're almost to the structure before a figure begins to approach all of you.
Ooh.
One that you immediately recognize as the tall, muscled form of Kabek. He gives all of you a nod, looks curiously over. I think he's met Falto in passing, but never Azaz.
I mean, this is the first time we've really hung out with Azaz, so...
This is, I guess he's our friend. Let's call him our friend, because it'd be weird if we don't.
Ally.
Apprentice.
Maybe for you.
Well, yeah, that's what I was thinking.
He nods as he approaches closely. Good afternoon.
Callback, hello.
I was hoping I could perhaps have a moment of your time.
All right.
Something with your friend.
Guest?
No, nothing there. He glances over towards Azaz.
Azaz is... This is Azaz. Azaz, this is Callback, another one of our associates.
He's fine.
Come with us.
I want to sense motive on Kabek.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
that's a fair point.
I put a bunch of ranks in it. I'm ready. Hey. I got 24.
I rolled a 17 for a 30.
I rolled a 3 for a 9, so I see nothing.
On yours gets an 18.
Yeah, the lady's... He's being shifty in that he's obviously does not want anyone to overhear and seems to be very suspicious of Azaz.
Yeah, there's something weird there.
Azaz is with the Church of Nethys.
Yeah, it's probably
true.
that.
I guess let's just go inside to Onuris's room. It's big. There's enough room for all of
Aren't
us
they
and
all big?
spell casting.
They're all big.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Onuris needs to be comfortable when he does his magic.
That's true.
And he's most comfortable in Onuris's borrowed bed.
Yep.
It's
That's
his hotel
probably
room.
just the place Onuris would walk. You know, it's like,
Yeah.
you know,
We go.
We'll do it in the room closest to Mom and Offers.
She's not
outside
in there.
partying.
I mean, that's true.
Kabek follows you up there. For those of you who made the higher sense motive check, so Sitra, Hollis, he seems to kind of watch the corners almost as you make your way through.
Ooh, that's
The
weird.
corners?
As if
Like
you're stepping
you-
into a room, checking the corners to make sure no one else is there,
Yeah.
keeping an eye on the surrounding tapestries.
That always makes me think of the Hounds of Tendalus.
I know.
So I was like,
Yes. But no, it's also like the SWAT teams and
Check your corners.
Yeah, military do the same thing.
You make your way into the room.
Once everyone's inside, Onuris would lock it.
Yeah. Azaz begins to kind of pace off towards the side. Falto does a little ooh when he notices that there's a silver platter full of grapes that has been dropped off. Goes over there and pops a couple grapes.
I love that they waste the food to put it there just in case we came back early.
Yeah,
and
just
were
on yours.
peckish.
What if you come back and you're a little peckish? Yeah.
Yeah.
Hollis, why don't you cast that whisper spell of yours?
I can, because I have one spell slot. And now, it's not an opposed school. Give me 1 minute and she'll prepare that.
What is the radius on that spell?
So that's a good question because there's a lot of us now.
Cloak of Secrets. 5-foot radius emanation centered on a point in space.
So
Is there like a table in this room?
yeah? Because if there's like a little fight, we can all huddle around a little.
Or, a couple people could be outside of the radius, but
Yeah. Well, if you're out of the radius, though, don't you just not hear it?
if you're out of the radius, you're not protected by the effect of the spell.
I thought it was to prevent people from like being able to look in and.
It creates a bubble that disguises lip movements to match the false conversation, and a creature listening has to make a sense motive check to realize that the conversation doesn't make any sense that they're seeing. It also obscures verbal components of spells cast in the area. You can make a check to see through it. And then any language-dependent spells or effects within the bubble are ineffective outside the bubble.
So is there a little table or something we could all sit at?
Why don't we all just sit in the bed?
On your shoes, everyone towards the table.
But grapes.
We can bring the grapes.
Okay, I bring the grapes.
Okay, so the 7 of you crowd around a 5-foot table, leaning your heads in.
Well, the birds don't need to be in. We'll, shoo them out.
No, it's 7, not counting the birds.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because Palto's here.
Yep.
All right, we
I'm
all
here.
cuddle.
You cast the spell.
Do we want Kobak to know about Khelru?
Right now, we're just listening on what Kobak has to tell us. He's
Yeah,
the one
remember.
that's being all
Okay,
paranoid.
all right, okay.
So,
I cast some spell then.
yeah, that's more for his benefit.
Your spell.
My spell.
You seem to be concerned that someone might be following you or listening. This spell should help.
Yes, he still kind of glances across towards his ass, back towards you. I have concerns pertaining towards the church.
At this point, I think all of us do.
I didn't think that was new.
The situation has changed.
What's happened?
The church has attempted to break into my home.
Oh.
Why would they want to do that?
Specifically, I do not know. I've lived in the city peacefully for many years. However, I have not done much to hide my association with all of you. I attempted to contact you a few days past, but I was told that you were otherwise engaged.
Who did you try to contact us through?
I asked the guards at the gate to the palace here, and they told me that you had not returned from your excursions.
Oh, because
yes.
we were gone for several days.
It was during this time that these Nethians attempted to break into my home.
And you're positive it was them and not somebody else?
I was able to, shall we say, convince one of them to set aside his weapons and speak with me. But his loyalty to his church outstrips any loyalty he may have otherwise.
Did he tell you anything of use?
Only that he was told to come and retrieve me, and that if I were to surrender, that no harm would come to me.
That's 2 people that we know that they were trying to take.
But that still doesn't answer our question of where. Where are they keeping... Where were they planning on taking... Did you figure out where they were planning on taking you?
I could only assume back to the temple, to the Hatya herself. But specifically, no. I had not been able to determine where they wanted to take me.
Is the person you questioned still at your estate?
No. I told him to return back to the temple.
Have they tried anything since then?
As of the moment, no. I am concerned now. Is the situation escalating? I was unaware precisely why the Hatya seems to be so angered with you, but now she seems to be attacking any associates of yours as well.
Anybody try to take you, Falto?
No? Someone tried to steal my purse.
Was his name Neef?
No, it's just a bunch of guys. I don't know, 4, 5.
4 or 5 tried to steal.
Well, yeah, so I mean, they jumped out. I parried the first one. I knocked the blade out of the hand of the second one. I grabbed his dagger in midair and then threw it towards a third. And then one of them tried to throw a pot at me. So I slid underneath that one and then sprung up. And I cut this rope line that was supporting this bag or something, grabbed onto it, and shot up on top of the rooftop.
So the answer would be yes, someone did try to kidnap him and he didn't realize it.
Or attack him and steal his stuff. I mean, that ain't unheard of here.
Yep.
I mean, they gave up
5
pretty
people.
They weren't magical. Were they? Did they cast any spells?
Were they wearing black and white or golden masks?
A lot of people wear white around here. They weren't wearing masks.
When was this?
Like 2 or 3 days ago.
You know what? I bet he was trying to be kidnapped.
I mean, if it was pretty incompetent, but
Well, I think you're just more competent than they expected.
thank you.
I'm not. Never mind.
Alright, so they're trying to get our associates, presumably to try to get to us, which almost makes me think that we might be walking into a trap if we try to get Khelru back.
We can't just
That might
leave
be their
him.
intention. Well, no, I'm not saying we leave them, but that might be their intention.
We could just walk through the front door and ask what's up.
I was gonna say, would it be completely out of the question to ask for an audience with the Hatya? I mean, what if she's not involved with any of the cult stuff?
It could be very dangerous.
Well, no offense, but I think just being in this city at all is dangerous for us at this point.
The Hatya would not agree to meet you at the place outside of her seat of power.
Which means we'd be walking into the Viper's Nest.
We need to check on your parents.
Oh my god, we need to check on my parents.
They don't know that they're your parents. You've made a
She
point
knows a lot
not
of things.
to talk to them, and they've never. The first night we were here, we had dinner with them, yes, but we haven't been back since.
No, but we had lunch with them at the temple.
Yep.
When did what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not at the temple, but at the library.
At the library, but...
So we've been seen with them.
And they were watching us the minute we walked in this town.
Yeah.
My
pretty much.
concern is whether or not any of us are safe at this point.
Oh, assume not.
Okay, but I really need to go check on my parents now.
I think we should go do that.
All right, why don't we have there's like a million of us right now. Why don't some of us stay here and some of us go check on your parents?
Are you willing to help us at this point, Callback?
Of course. In fact, I was going to offer any assistance I could. I've been doing my best to keep an eye out. I've felt eyes upon me. Magical scrying, I believe.
As have we.
We've seen the same thing.
I want to sense motive
Yeah, I was
on
going to
him.
say, I do want to sense motive again.
Although I rolled a 2 and got an 11, so...
I rolled an
It's
11
alright.
and got a 17.
I rolled an 18 and got a 31.
I think he's telling the truth or whatever.
I mean, Sitra, you feel like he's being kind of evasive about something or just kind of glazing over something?
Are you sure you've told us everything that is important?
I have in my past delved into a great deal of information. My departure from the Church of Nethys was not completely amiable.
You mentioned that before.
As such, it's possible that it may not be related to your situation. They may simply be attempting to remove me for my previous indiscretions. But it seems like no small coincidence that you had arrived when you did, and that now I am being pursued, much more so.
Sense motive.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Just want to make sure he's telling me everything.
I don't have a sense motive.
27.
Matter. Yeah.
You don't get the feeling that he's saying everything, but you
He's-
do feel like that is closer to the
He's
truth.
never told us what he did to upset the church. And I mean, that's his business, really.
All right.
I'm going to cast my spell.
All right, so who's staying and who's going?
I'm going.
I'm going to go with Sitra.
I'll go so you have a caster.
We're going without our healer, though, and I'm kind of about that.
I can use a wand.
I don't think they're going to attack you in the street.
Probably
in the middle
not.
of the day.
I mean, we hope not.
Well, we'll go. We have the wand. I can probably make that check, or you can.
Okay.
Check. That's not
Alright.
a thing in the world.
I can probably use the wand if we need to, but like Onuris said, the likelihood of us getting attacked in broad daylight is unlikely. Once we get inside, that's another story.
I'm not even sure if you should actually enter the house. Walk past, have Sugar investigate. If they see you enter, that's going to put your parents at risk if they aren't already.
That's a
And
good point.
won't they be at the library right now working on their restorations? It's the middle of the afternoon.
I don't know what days they have off.
What
we'll
day
check
is it?
both.
It's a moon day.
There's a caca,
We can do
If-
both.
if I may.
Unhurt.
I've seen them before.
Good point.
I could fly from here and there and be back in under 5 minutes.
Go check.
Caca.
He gives a little birdie. He gives a little birdie salute.
I assume we're sending the bird then.
Yes.
All right.
Fair enough.
Yeah, unhurt, takes to the wing, flies out the open balcony door, disappears. Go ahead and have him make me a perception roll.
17.
Okay.
It's not his best.
Go ahead and have him make me a sense motive also.
Oh, God.
Ruh-roh, Raggy.
See if they're under duress.
That he does much better on 20.
Okay. So about 10 minutes pass. I suppose Citra nervously pacing back and forth. Mm-hmm. Callback keeping an eye on the surrounding area, Falto eating grapes and doing his best to try to assure Citra. Azaz also pacing impatiently back and forth before the bird flutters his way back in. Lands on the back of one of the chairs.
What did
They
you
appear to be at work.
Appear. Oh, I can't talk to him.
There were women, like the ones at the table when you came in the front of the library.
The clerks.
More.
Were they watching them?
They were nervous, like a hare when my shadow falls over them.
The women were.
Caca.
Caca. Your parents are at work, though it seems like they may be being watched.
What are the chances Mom and Afra would give them protection?
I don't know. I feel like we've already asked a lot.
I know.
We
How
always
much do you
seem
trust this Mom and Afra? Azaz glances back over towards all of you.
More than I trust anyone else in this city right now.
I trust no one in this city except maybe
don't-
your parents. They're nice.
Yeah, I don't actually trust her at all, but
Let's get them out of the city.
where are they supposed to go?
Lati seems nice.
There may be a point to note there where the more that you've allied yourself with Mom and Afra, the more you're putting all of the opponents of the Hatya into one place.
which would make it easier to attack directly.
Yeah.
I own an old abandoned farm near the edge of the city. Perhaps that would be safe as well.
Isn't that where you sent the Medusa?
No, I have multiple properties.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I thought he had like a mansion outside of town, so.
Well, he lives in the city, but
But he also had like a manse or something outside of town.
He has a townhouse in the city. He has a manor which is at the edge of the city, and he's got a couple of properties towards the edge of it because he said that he sent the Medusa out to one of his smaller estates.
All right, so the question is, how do I get the message to my parents without it being incredibly suspicious?
Neef.
Oh, that is a good idea.
Can we trust Neef to deliver the message, though?
You give them enough gold, I'm sure they'll be willing to do anything.
Yeah,
Okay.
Neef will do it.
We'll have to find him.
Would that be putting Neef in danger? Them.
Again, well, they may already be in danger. They did guide us to...
Neef?
Well, yeah, they did guide us. We've also had another dealing with them. So we've talked to Neef twice now. This will be a third time. Which makes it seem like we have some kind of a connection to them, right?
Perhaps I have a number of servants and such. I could maybe find one of them that would be able to provide some assistance.
Or could on here just fly in their window and leave a note?
Would they trust a note that just appeared or was given to them by a falcon?
They would if it's
They've
in
met the
their...
Falcon
well,
before.
they might if it's in their daughter's hand.
I also possess magic that could allow me to appear as someone else. I will not be of much assistance to you if it comes to a fight against the Hatya.
Well, you said that, or Unheard said that they're fine right now.
When does the workday end?
Sunset.
Sunset.
How far away are we from sunset?
Got about 3 hours.
All right, let's figure out where our friend is, and then we'll figure something out before sunset. Because if they're okay right now, they'll be okay until it's time to go home for sure.
Yeah.
So Onuris will use the Totem Guardian ability that Unhurt has to convert one of his 4th level spells into a divination.
Nice.
And I'm going to ask where Khelru is.
Where will we find
Oh,
Khelru?
yeah, where will we find Khelru? Alive.
What's Khelru's last name?
We have no idea.
Does Khelru have a last name? Because some people don't. Because if he was a commoner,
I guess, but like, how do we make sure it's the right Khelru?
I think Horus knows who I'm talking about.
I mean, you could
Context clues.
Yeah, you could. Well, you could also just say Khelru, the priest of Nethys.
Yeah.
Or
Lover of Azaz.
That we met in
Yeah.
Wati.
Khelru of Sothis is what they list him as in the book, but there are a lot of people of Sothis.
Yeah.
So
Now specify it's the one we've already met.
Yep.
All right, brace yourselves for a riddle, everyone.
Yeah, right.
Riddle me this.
Batman.
what is the percentage chance on divination? I think it's 70 plus 1% per castle
Oh, that's
level.
right.
Is that right?
It is
Yes,
per
to a
castle level.
maximum of 90, so 79%. And I know if the spell fails.
What is your question?
Where will we find Khelru, the priest of Nethys, in... I don't want to say in Tefu, because he might not even be in the city.
Lover of Azaz.
Oh my god. Where will we find Khelru, the priest of Nethys, our friend? I only know one dude named Khelru. That should be specific enough.
Okay.
You know who I miss? The Viper. He would know.
You know what's bad is I made that Viper's Nest comment. Nothing. Didn't get anything from you guys. I specifically chose the term Viper's Nest to allude.
So, on yours, you settle down. Focus. Think you burn some incense?
Incense worth 25 gold, yeah.
Okay, so go ahead and mark off your 25 gold pieces, and we'll say,
We went down the hall and stole from Mom and Offer's stash. I mean,
sure, she has a lot of incense somewhere.
you know.
You just contact one of the servants, have them bring up some incense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You focus, burning 25 1 gold incense sticks.
Oh my god.
It's like a birthday candle.
It is smelling quite
Incensey.
There's a lot of dragon's blood in here.
yeah. It's quite strong in here right now.
Yep. Smells like someone's trying to cover up some cannabis. Sudi.
Why me?
It's catnip, I swear. You settle in, feel this kind of cold come over you, and then this voice comes to you. north, within sight of the Sphinx, between the two dead palms.
Knowledge geography?
Sure.
Yeah, that was actually...
Is that what it gives me?
That's what it gives you.
That
There's
was...
Sphinx in this city?
That we know of one. All right. Knowledge geography. Assuming that you shared that with us.
Yes, Onuris would repeat. Does Az have knowledge geography? He's a wizard.
I had a 29.
Very nice.
Not bad.
I have geography because I travel.
Not bad at all.
I rolled a 13.
Nope, just history, arcana, and religion. There's only one real thing that Hollis can take away from that. Palms could be anywhere. There are a variety of different trees, especially here with the sheer number of date palms.
Yeah, true.
Although you would be able to note that north of here, you're following along the river Sphinx.
Well, I mean, there's a Sphinx around here because that's the river. Often
Yeah,
called just the
okay.
Sphinx.
So it said within sight of the Sphinx.
So within sight of the river.
North.
Yeah.
North.
Between two dead palms.
Yeah.
Could they also be palms like hands? Are there any big old statue hands out there?
Not that immediately come to your mind, but
What about a local? You're from around here. You know anything about big old palms or dead palms?
Do I?
you know what? Actually, I will let anyone that wants to make me an knowledge local. Go ahead and roll me it.
Oh, bummer. I only got a 20.
I rolled a nat 20 on my own question.
Hey, there you go.
430.
Nice.
I mean, the only thing that you can think of is that if they're dead palms, the palms are a hardy tree. Mm-hmm. If they are dead, it's quite possible if someone just tried to create a date farm too far away from the floodplains.
Oh.
So it would be inland enough that if it was not being tended, that the trees in the ground would have dried up and they would have died.
Is there some sort of abandoned farm out there? Too far from the river to get enough water for the trees, but still close enough to see the river to the north of the
There
city?
could be any number of them. Again, it doesn't specify how far north you're talking about.
It's true.
It didn't say 6 miles north.
Yeah,
Never
Horus.
does. Yeah, it never does.
Yeah.
Hey, it's actually more specific than we usually get. Last time it's just like, yeah, here's a couple riddles.
Well,
All right.
it's more of a direction than we did have.
So our options then are, I will contact your parents and I will find a safe place for them. Sitra.
How far north of the city are the date farms?
10, 20 miles perhaps. They switch sides of the river about 10 miles north. After that, you're getting closer to On.
She wouldn't go to On. She ain't the Hacha of that city.
Well, it's weird to want to move outside of the city at all, because does she have jurisdiction outside the walls of the city?
Well, and Onuris isn't going to say the thing that he's thinking because Azaz is here.
Yeah, that probably catches your eyes because he seems to be thinking maybe the same thing.
We're going to find him with his head in the sand? Or
He's going to be dead.
He's going to be
else is
dead, buried in some abandoned date farm.
All right, well, if you're going to take care of Citra's parents,
Yes.
maybe you can also take care of Azaz. That way there's two of you. 2 spellcasters is better than 1 as far as protection.
Yes, of course.
Azaz, it seems like you have a little more evocation, as it were.
And don't necessarily take this the wrong way, but I don't really know the two of you as well as I know Falto. So I would prefer it if he accompanied you, just especially since he's also already met my parents, so if he needs to step in and help, he could.
He's also quite handy with a sword.
Yes, that too.
it's also a familiar
Exceptionally.
face for them.
Yeah, I would be more than happy to. Of course. The more... in fact, if his stories of his own prowess are any evidence, I would be happy to have him in case the Nethians returned.
He's quite capable from what my experience.
He knows how to use a sword.
Then it
Alright.
is decided then. What will the 4 of you do?
We're going to head out and see if we can find some dead dates. Or dead trees, palms,
That's-
whatever.
That will take some time.
Yes, and
It's the best we got. We can take our camels, right? You got 2 camels. We can maybe get another 1 or 2.
We could share too.
Yeah.
All right, so...
I mean, I can dimension door, but it ain't got a long enough distance on it.
You're capable of teleportation.
But I don't have it.
Ah,
All right. So we need... I don't really know what we need to do. I don't know of any other way to maybe narrow it down.
not without confronting the Hacha herself.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, that feels like dangerous. But something she wouldn't expect.
I mean, I think
You drop in through a skylight, grab her. Where are they?
Swear to me.
Swear to me.
So on her, its 5th level conversion spell is Commune with Nature.
Oh, we can ask some trees.
It's only got a 9-mile radius, though.
Wait, wasn't there some old dwarf that knew everything about this place?
More the architecture, not the...
The local buildings, yeah.
We need somebody who knows a lot about farms. They'd know if there was some farm out there, some crazy person that built it too far off the water, etc., etc.
I mean,
Maybe
that's
a
true. We
merchant?
could go ask him. His name was...
Can I use this spell to find a date farm that's too far away from the river and it has just a bunch of dead trees? Because it says I can obtain up to 3 facts about those things.
I mean, it specifically states that you gain
3 facts.
of the following: the ground or terrain, plants, minerals, bodies of water, people, general animal population, presence of woodland creatures, presence of powerful and natural creatures, or the general state of natural setting. I would say that falling under the category of that plants, you could probably find dead palms. So that would maybe narrow it down for you some, and that it's like there are dead palms in this area.
Okay.
So we're pretty far into the city. I'm assuming it's more than a mile north to the wall.
Yeah.
So when we get to the northernmost part of the city, I will cast this. I will cast Commune with Nature. It's going to be 9 miles.
All right, we gonna take our
North.
camels.
Yes, they'll be faster.
All right.
You'll have to double up on them.
Yeah, we will.
So I suppose then, a lot of you prepare to go and try to find Khelru. The breakout team of Kabek, Azaz,
Volto.
and Volto.
We need a
AKA
name for that secondary party that's somehow building up.
AKA the B team.
Yeah. AKA 1 swordsman and 2 spellcasters.
AKA Cleric Wanted.
Yeah.
They need a cleric. Yeah.
We'll find Khelru. It'll be fine.
If only
Looking for
Amina had
cleric.
come with us.
I know.
It's true. Set off, bidding all of you farewell as you go to mount your camels. The sun setting on the distant horizon as night has come. And we'll pick it back up here next time. Ba-dum-bum.
My poor parents.
I know.
They're fine. They're fine.
Although this is not wholly unexpected, I was kind of waiting for this.
Find the Path Ventures is an officially licensed partner of Paizo Incorporated. Mummy's Mask is copyright 2014. Mummy's Mask and the Pathfinder Adventure Path are trademarks of Paizo. All Pathfinder images are property of Paizo and are used with permission.